Hello, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again for another night of hot topics and social commentary. Couple things I need you guys to do for me before we get started. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free to do so. I ask that you would please subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you give us a thumbs up. We want to see 5 thumbs up on this video. We also would like for you to comment on this video. Leave us a little comment. Let us know how we're doing, or give us some suggestions on what you'd like to hear us discuss in the future on future videos. Last but not least, make sure you press that notification bell so you are notified every time I post a new video on this here channel. The crew is back. Mike, Jennifer, and Tyrone. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Why you laying there like that, Jen?
Let me stop. Let me stop being my bad.
Jen, okay?
My bad.
Choosing in my 6'4".
Okay.
I don't know the word, so you know what I'm talking about, though.
Right. All right. So let's get into this week's hot topics. Unfortunately, we have to start off with a sad note. It's probably the biggest story that's been going around of the week. So this past weekend in Buffalo, there was a mass shooting by a man, an 18-year-old man by the name of Peyton Gendron. Gendron, Gendron. Peyton Gendron. He drove over 200 miles to go to this specific Tops grocery store location to kill as many, I guess, Black people as he could find, or whatever the case may be. He went there with the intent to kill Black people. He did this because he believes in this theory of white people being replaced by those of us who are of different minorities, those of us who have color, melanin, if you will. So therefore, there's this group of people who feels as though all of us, others, need to be wiped out in order for the white man to reign supreme. I have to say, this did not surprise me. No, it did not surprise me. However, it was shocking that something like this has happened. I don't know if anything this deliberate has happened in the past where someone was specifically going for Black people, although Dylan Roof, who did the massacre in Charleston in 2016, of course, he was the first that comes to mind. But for a man to specifically drive 200 miles away, like, I guess maybe there were no Black people who lived in his area. I don't know what the case is with that, but to drive over 200 miles away to specifically kill, I guess, as many Black people as he could find. What are you guys' thoughts on this tragedy that has happened? And so far, he's only been charged with 1 count of murder, but that will go up as time goes on. I think there's still a grand jury that has to make that decision. But go ahead, you guys.
This story is so sad, and then it almost was like kind of making me want to cry a little bit because when they posted the pictures of the victims on TV, these people were like my grandparents, my uncles. Yes. It was all elders, and I'm like, you can't even go to the store and grocery shop anymore without being targeted by Caucasians who fear that the Blacks are going to take over. It is sad, and I want to know if this was turned the other way around, how would this also be handled? If it was a Black person going out to sort out white people, feeling that we're going to slavery one day, how would this have happened? And what pisses me off is they're saying that because the boy was 18, his brain was not fully functioned. So they don't know if he was in the right headspace or is he like really. I'm like, why is it even in question? But I saw somebody on CNN say, well, he was in the right headspace to get a gun. He was in the right headspace to get in the car and travel 2-something miles to do this. Even on the gun, he wrote nigger and all kind of stuff on this case. I don't really know why. It's just like send him to jail, send him to the death penalty, do something. They treated him with respect, even when they locked him up. George Floyd making a nuisance outside, but he didn't kill nobody, and they killed him. But this guy was put in handcuffs ever so gently and walked away. So so smoothly to the police car. Like, I'm just over it. Like, if it's not known that it's a difference, you guys. Like, it's a difference in the world. Like, whites are definitely treated better than black people. And I hate to hear people saying, "Well, racism is over. Racism doesn't exist." Yes, it does. And this is a true case of it right here.
Agreed.
Child, this is horrible.
Go ahead, Dreadhead.
It hurt. It hurt my heart. Just like Mike said, these are elders that we saw that were killed, unfortunately, and just the way that it happened. Like, I didn't know the severity of it. Like, when I first heard about it, I was like, "Oh no, people got killed." Like, but no, it was like, what happened down in Charleston. That's all I could keep on thinking about.
Yes.
And what's really, I just can't imagine living in fear for your whole race. That doesn't make sense to me. Like,
It
it's
was
like,
even somebody walking outside and they did an interview with her, and she was saying that she had to teach her kids now to belittle themselves so they won't stand out. That is so sad.
yeah. It's just horrible. And then I saw somebody that was talking about it. He was talking about how now, when he walks into grocery stores and stuff like that, he's automatically looking for alternate exits inside of locations and things of that nature, so that he would be able to be aware of where he could
Yeah,
run in a
that's
situation
sad.
like that. That is very much so sad. I pray for the day when we don't okay, I pray for the day when we can acknowledge what's going on, as well as be able to acknowledge that this is terrorism. That's simply what it is. He drove 200 miles out of his way with the guns, with the manifesto, with even if
The
he was
intent.
with the intent, yes, and even if he was radicalized by the internet, just say what it is. That's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's okay that he wasn't taught like this as a child, but something tells me that he wasn't taught the truth either by his parents. So,
It's a rumor saying that he got encouraged by Donald Trump.
mm.
I'm not gonna put that all on him. I'm not saying he's a man of God, but I don't say
Well, they are saying that, when the pandemic happened, that's when he started to get into all these race theories of the white man
Mhm.
being overtaken by minorities. And so it was during the pandemic that he began to go down this trail. So of course, that like Jennifer said, that's not the way that he was brought up. But he got into this due to the pandemic. He was researching different things, and I'm thinking that maybe he might have he maybe like from a young age he might have had these thoughts in his mind, and these just made those thoughts go
manifested.
even further.
But the
Um,
way that I feel about it is that, in the same vein of the fact that that's where he got these ideals from,
mhm.
he still wasn't brought up in a way to say, hey, this is how this group of people are being treated, and this is why we are still to give respect. Because if you have an upbringing of knowing that all that other rhetoric is foolishness, you wouldn't get dragged into a bottomless pit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Sure.
I don't even know why this is in question how he was brought up because they never asked us how he was brought up. They just assumed that we were brought up in the ghetto.
Ooh. Well then, Mike. Well then.
Right. But like Mike said a little bit earlier, what if the things were
The
turned
tables were
around?
turned
What
around.
if it
Oh, you
was a
know,
black man that was just literally shooting white people to get rid of the white race? And it's funny that that has never happened,
it's never
at
going
least
to
not to
happen.
my knowledge.
Well, I'm not saying
I don't
never,
think.
Because
but
the one thing that goes with African Americans is that we are in a better space to live and let live.
Mm,
If you have an issue with somebody and we are to the point where we want to kill, the only person that's going to get that wrath is the person that we're going after.
right.
We don't have
right,
no need to
Shoot up
kill
everybody.
everybody.
There's a bunch of grandmas, aunties, and deacons,
Right,
and it
Right.
makes
just
no
looks like a
sense.
bunch of
It's
wholesome
sad.
people on the afternoon trying to get their groceries for the week.
Right.
Tyrone, you haven't spoken. Go.
This is hands down domestic terrorism.
That's all it is.
Domestic terrorism stems from domestic violence, cultural misunderstandings,
Uh-huh.
and deep rooted suppression.
Suppression.
Reason why you have people like this to rise up and do these things is because somebody thought it was funny
Mm.
early on in their life and they joked about it. And that inception of an idea begins to grow into a tree and spreads like wildfire just everywhere. And this is what you have as a result of it. Someone that's willing to go out of their way to tear down somebody else, whether it's race or not.
Mm.
Even when Jonathan asked the question, well, I know I asked it, but when I heard it back, if this was turned around, how would this have been handled? We would have been dead. It wouldn't have been no jail time. We would have been just dead. They would have killed our
That's
ass.
how that particular set of people has always conducted things
Fear
to
that they
the
will go back in
extreme of
time.
killing everyone.
Like, it's sad, but I know the people that are actually affected. These people, family members. I know they have probably fear and rage in their heart.
Absolutely.
If this was my grandmother, I would be probably. I don't know what I'm not even gonna say.
Right.
I don't know if I could find them. I don't know. I'll be pissed off and hurt first, but then the rage will come afterwards. Like, and everybody, I hate to say, but I have to be honest, because he didn't kill 10 of our people. So I need to be honest and see what I got to say.
And
I think everybody white will be on my radar after that.
And see, even more on top of this is the fact that he thought he had the obligation to fight a fight that wasn't there.
Right. Exactly. Same with Dylan Roof. They both have the same ideologies.
It's like, why are y'all looking for so much to fight for when there's nothing
Afraid that
to
we're gonna
fight?
succeed.
It's simply because when your people don't know what it is to have anything to fight for,
Right.
you
Thank
know,
you.
you know how some people get in the space of, I wish somebody would, just ready for a fight. Here in the African American community, we don't have to wish. It's coming. You know what I'm
We
saying?
know it's coming.
You know
No,
it's
it's
coming.
always there.
It's always there. But
Right.
in the white community, that those are spaces where they start to realize we do have a privilege. I have nothing to fight for, and as soon as this burger is not made the way I want it to be made, I'm going to go off because I need something to fight for and about.
Right.
As soon
You're
as you don't
right.
give me what my neighbor down the street gave, I got, I'm going to report your ass and get you fired.
Exactly. Because
Right.
I need something to fight for. I don't have a life's work. I don't have a reason to march.
But y'all have a whole country that y'all stole
But
in a fight.
But that's no reason to march. They don't march. It makes them look crazy to march for something like that. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they have marched for things like that. I think it
Yeah.
happened in 2017, where they had that big march with those large white supremacist groups, and so they do
Which is
march out
respect.
here, but the reason why they're marching is it's like it's really not relevant,
And they
to be
have the risk
honest.
of exposing themselves. And now we have these politically correct um, companies that they work for.
Mm-hmm.
They lose their jobs because you're involved
Right.
in stuff like that. They can't even be racist out loud like they want
Right.
to. So,
And something else that came out in the midst of all of this, one of the workers who was inside of the Tops grocery
Oh yeah.
store when she called 911, she was I believe she was whispering, and she was whispering because I guess she didn't want to cause attention towards her
Oh, of
towards her.
course.
And so the 911 operator is like, "Why are you whispering? Why are you whispering?" or telling her to stop whispering, and then the 911 operator hung up on this worker who was in the middle of this massacre. I get it. You know, when you're
I
working
don't.
a call center job, like I get the
Not that
fact
one.
that you might well, just listen, y'all. See, you might be at the end of your rope, but like, you know, if you're going to be in that job, especially being a 911 operator, your patience has to be at the highest. And you have to be able to take every call as if it is your first. And that job, that's something that you actually have to do. I don't know about them all them other call center jobs where every call has to be like your first one, because it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't work like that. But in a 911 operator job, you have to treat every single
Right.
call like it is your first.
Right.
Y'all
She
go
has
ahead and
no excuse. That
yeah,
is
no
no.
excuse at all.
If you're at Target or call center or Delta call center, then yes, maybe I would give her a pass. But you are a 911 operator. It's
Right.
an emergency line where people have heart attacks, strokes, people get killed, robbed. I don't need you hanging up on me when I'm in the middle of being robbed and shot and killed. What?
it was even crazier.
Be
You're
one of
right.
us.
Anybody could be on the phone whispering because they're in imminent danger.
Right.
Why would you expect somebody to speak up when
I
they're
mean,
in danger? And this is the thing that I've actually seen, because I've seen a lot of people talk about this, but there have been 911 dispatchers that have actually spoken up and said, this is something that we learn in our training.
well, duh. I mean,
Of
that's common
course.
sense. If
Like
I'm being robbed, why would I be? Hello, my name is somebody's in my house. Why would I talk loud for?
When the
right.
robber is in the house,
Like if you're in your home and your home is being burglarized and you're hiding underneath the bed and you call 911, you're not going to be yelling at the top of your lungs or even in
hello?
your normal voice, especially if your normal voice is louder than others. You're
Why would
going
you do
to be
that?
whispering so that you do
Right.
not get caught. Hello, somebody.
So
She don't
that
care about her
same
job or know
woman,
them people. It's
that
on leave.
oh no, she about to be
Yeah,
without
but
a
I
job.
wouldn't even. Why would they even put her on leave? I would have just skipped right to
You
fire.
know,
Just fire her.
they have to do an actual investigation and go through the whole process so that when they do fire her, she can't sue. So I get why they put
She
her on
can't.
probation.
A whole
No, they
store got
got to
shot
do
up.
the whole investigation to cover themselves. But
Well, she
what's
got a
even
teleperformance
worse, it's
911.
like she was able to call and whisper to her brother so that he could call 911 for her.
Right.
Oh my
That's
gosh. Absolutely
investigation over.
horrible. Grand
Wow.
opening, grand closing.
Right. Exactly.
Look, I was a
Exactly.
supervisor because hers would have been out the door that same day.
But
Yeah.
And I know she probably feel like shit right now. I know she feel like
Oh
everything
yeah,
got
finding
to.
out what it actually was that she hung up on. Oh yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
Especially
You
don't
know,
if
think
she
she
like
care.
You don't think she cared?
I
no, she
don't
was.
think she
Well,
care.
I hope she has a heart because if I know for me, and we all did work in call centers, and we know how these calls are. But I think if we worked in 911, we could have been about to get off in 45 seconds, and the call came in. If I were someone whispering, I have enough heart and enough care for a human being where I would have stayed. The time does not even matter. As long as I'm trying to get you to a safe place and get you out there still living,
And do
I
the
would have been.
dispatching and all that stuff.
Yes, I would have been okay.
See,
No, this whole story. I'm just happy. Well, I'm not even happy about it, but I'm
like,
just. I praise God that it wasn't nobody. I don't want to say that because it sounds selfish, but I just hope this doesn't happen again. But we already know as people, as the black people, this going to happen again. It's probably going to happen right around the corner or next year,
Yeah.
next 6 months, and it's nothing that they're going to stop doing. It's no consequence. They will.
right.
that right there. The consequences are not as dire.
No, jail, you get to live. I killed 10 people and I get to stay in jail for my life, eat free, live free, probably meet somebody in jail who had the same mindset that I got.
Right. It's crazy, and it's so sad that we're in 2022, And we still have racists among us. You know, they'll probably be here for who knows how long, but in 2022, we still have racists that live amongst us.
amongst us.
And
But you said it in
But
the
you
beginning,
know,
Jonathan. You said in the beginning that this doesn't even surprise you. I don't think nobody
yeah,
of color was surprised when this happened. It's like,
no,
damn, it happened today.
yeah. And what it makes me think about, y'all, have y'all seen that video of that kid that was knocking at a door, beating on a door
I
with the
did.
With the
freaking
whip,
whip, with the
yes.
freaking whip?
Right.
I just thank God in the heavens that his daddy got arrested.
You know his gun went off so
And
automatically
that's why he got arrested, because his
Yep.
gun went off.
by accident.
Like
Go
and
figure.
that video of those parents going to his home and him trying to defend his son, like it was just it was too much. It really was.
But that
But
just tells you
That
how
tells you.
how the racism starts, how it happens.
Yeah.
That kid was bold enough, emboldened enough by
I
his
have a
parents
whip.
to
Why
have
do you
a
have a
whip
whip?
and come to the door to adults as if he'd be able to do whatever he wants to do.
Right. Even though he's
That's
a
a problem.
child, because he's a white child, he can do whatever it is that he wants to do.
Yes.
But like you said, if it was the reverse, oh,
Oh,
he needs
no,
to
He would have
be
been hemmed up.
disciplined. He needs to be put in jail. He needs to be psychologically
oh, he's a
evaluated.
thug. That was
He's
That's
literally
it.
call
a
us.
menace to society. All these things are
They
being
should be
said
treated as
about
an
him,
adult.
but they don't be treating
Their
their
children.
own
Ooh,
the
let me tell
same.
you something. Child. Oh gosh, I'd knock the glasses off that little boy.
Right. And like
If you
even though his face was blurred in the video, he had so much confidence standing up there
yes,
on that
and
front porch, like with
and
his
hitting the
chest
dog
yeah,
out.
whip.
Like his chest was out.
child.
Like he was ready. Like I
Was
Well,
ooh,
well, you
child.
know what?
I would have had I would have had to have a gun in my hand. I don't know. I
Well, white people don't have to do anything. They don't have to teach their kids the fear of the policeman and other people. My mother teaches me to this day. If you ever get pulled over, Michael, put your hands on the steering wheel and tell them everything you're about to do. I'm 31. She still says that every year.
mm-hmm.
But that's just the fear you have for your children of color because you know kind of where we live in. They don't like us.
Let me go ahead and say what Regina said. Go to the first one, Tom. We ain't put that up. Well, she did say hello, everyone. So hello, Regina.
Hello.
And then she said, if we had harder penalties for these crimes, there would be less of them. I do certainly agree wholeheartedly.
I
And
don't think so.
And also, if we had more judges that would actually hold people that have committed these crimes to the fire, unlike Kyle Rittenhouse's judge,
yeah.
if
Yeah.
we had more judges that would actually prosecute these children, there'd be
Exactly.
less happening. And she also says racism is taught and learned. Kids are not born knowing hate. And that is what I know to be absolutely true.
Because kids do with anybody.
Absolutely. Kids will, man, anybody that has a heart that's willing to receive a child, that child will go to them.
Right.
No matter what race or color. Shoot, I've seen some little white babies with African American baby dolls and stuff, and marvel at the beautiful African American woman over here. You look like my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's certainly taught. There's no way it
move
can
on now.
Yeah,
We need some laughter or something in our life now.
Right.
I'm getting pissed off. I feel like I didn't watch the season of Roots or something. I'm ready to just let somebody have it.
Okay.
I wish a motherfucker would come over here.
Okay, on today.
I remember when I went to the bar one weekend,
Mhm.
and this is where after George Floyd died and stuff, and the guy a white guy tried to tell me and me and one other black guy that the guy that he didn't die of from like being choked and slammed on the ground. And I said, "You watching the same video I watched?" And he tried to prove it to us.
I wouldn't even got into the
And do
conversation.
you know? First of all, we were at the bar, so you know we was a little
inebriated. Yes.
Right.
I was ready to slap the shit out of his.
Go ahead and
This
release
is how I feel
yourself.
right now. Ready to slap the dog shit out his ass. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling right now. Like you better look at me, speak up again. I'm slapping the shit out your ass.
Okay, it's going down.
like Kim Fields during her reunion. Say something. Say something. Say
Right.
something.
What you gonna do?
What?
I was shocked when Sheree was like, "What you gonna do?" Like, girl.
Okay.
Anyway, so in our next topic,
So she
of
should have
course.
said, "I'm gonna call Portia."
Okay, that's
Don't
what
make
she
me
said.
call Portia.
Don't make me call Portia.
Oh Jesus!
But
Woo!
anyway, so I think it was 2 weeks ago. No, last week. It was last week where we discussed the unfortunate passing of Kevin Samuels.
Samuels.
So this week, during a
Ooh, that's
sermon,
chill.
Jamal Bryant, famous preacher, he had some words concerning Senor Kevin Samuels and his views on African American women and how he um, somewhat disrespects them in a way. I don't know how he feels towards them, whatever the case may be. We did mention those things during our video last week. So that's what was going through my head when I was watching this video of Jamal Bryant saying what he said. I was like, this is what we were
As if,
saying last week.
but as if he has the room to speak about something like that either. Also,
Thank
like
you.
he didn't
That's
cheat on his wife for many years, and while he's in the pulpit.
right. Yeah. So, Jamal got a whole lot of backlash about it. So
As he should.
he later went on to apologize to the Samuels family and anyone who took offense to the words that he spoke during
Child.
his sermon. What was that, Jennifer?
I said,
He was like,
"Child."
child.
Yeah. So that's I personally think that, if Kevin Samuels had not passed away and this was just a regular sermon thing that Jamal did, and he just used Kevin Samuels as an example of what not to do or how not to treat our Black woman, then I'm thinking that this probably would not have even made the Shade Room or even been on anyone's radar whatsoever, because he was somewhat speaking the truth.
Well, no, use yourself. Use
So,
yourself as an example.
that's what that is. Jennifer, are you pointing to Mike or did you have something to say?
I have something to say.
Okay, what's up?
Oh, you look funny.
But here's the thing. He wouldn't have said it because of what will ensue. It will be a conversation back and forth. He waited for the man to go to glory. I have no help in how to put it. I'll just say he went to glory because I want to keep it positive.
Right, of course.
He waited for the man to go to glory for him to say something.
Oh God. Well, he didn't kill nobody, y'all. He was probably in heaven.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I want to believe that he's in heaven. So
right,
I'm
just
gonna say
think
that.
the best.
Yeah, I think the best. Like I said, I don't got no heaven and hell to put nobody in. But let's be real. I feel that Jamal Bryant waited to that space, first of all, because he wanted to get on the bandwagon, because a lot of people are coming down on him. So he likes to say and do whatever is going on in the social media, and he wants to stay current. And so he turns everything into some kind of situation on the pulpit, which I think is not right, because aren't we just trying to get people saved versus trying to
Thank
save
you.
people and stuff like that? Like, why does
That
it
was
have
my
to?
whole thing.
Yeah, why does it have to be that? You know what I'm saying? And then when he did it, it backfired on him because let's keep it real. The man has gone to glory. He cannot defend himself, and I feel that's the only way Jamal would have went after him in this way is if he was dead, because he wouldn't want to receive whatever he has to say about him.
First of all, you being a preacher, I wouldn't even speak those negative things on somebody who just passed away. It's disrespectful. I mean, not preacher, just being a human being. It's a little disrespectful for me.
He can't defend himself.
Right. Then second of all, why are you speaking about another man and what he did wrong to women when you could speak about yourself as an example? That'd be the lesson that I probably understood better when you're talking about yourself and your misdoings and how I didn't buy out of it. Not because this is what gay people are talking about when they go to the church.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy that this has happened, but you get straight people now getting a little taste of it of what they do to us all the time. It's ridiculous. And then you have people, amen, yeah, go. It's ridiculous. All y'all look stupid to me. All of them.
True,
That's why people
because
don't want to go to church when they need a healing. I need to hear a word because there's so much judgment first
there
before
you
the
go.
word comes.
But you know,
And
I think when we talked about, well, first of all, let me say, Regina had said Jamal loves fame more than he loves God.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave that there. But I think that we here on JoJo Speaks have done a very good job of addressing that issue, which was on our last video that if you go to the channel and you'll see our last video, and we absolutely did talk about this very subject with Kevin Samuels. And here's my, and here, what
not
we
with him, but about him.
Yeah, well, about him. So we
God
were,
bless you.
God bless him, okay. But we did our best to just be not only respectful, but truthful about the things that he said. No one wants to, just kill him for every bad thing that he said, but he said a lot of things that made sense too. To be honest, he said more things that made sense than the things that were offensive. Yes, they were offensive, but he did say more things that made sense than the things that were offensive. And I mean, there's no need to rejoice in his death. I can say that, it's kind of odd that that's how he died.
Right.
But I'm not going to rejoice in it. The man with the glory, a mother lost a son.
At the end of the
father. Yeah, but it's distasteful.
Yeah.
First, I just wouldn't speak on somebody. I don't care if they slap me and my mama. If they pass away, then I'm not going to speak negative. If I don't respect you, I'm just not going to show up and I'm going to keep it like that.
Exactly. Keep it.
I'm not going to speak anything negative against you. It's distasteful to me. And I don't want to put these preachers on a higher pedestal because they're still human at the end of the day.
Amen.
But still, you have to be an example of somewhat behind when you're behind the pulpit.
Try.
Why you're behind the pulpit. Like, do better. This is why so many people are just hateful and they claim to be Christian.
Right. And Omarion put a comment
Yes, he did.
under the shade room. And I really agreed with everything that he said in his comment. He said, what about his mother? What about his family who has to hear these things coming from a man of God, by the way, about their family member? And he said, this is the reason why I don't attend places of worship. And this is the reason why a lot of people do not go to church, because there is so much judgment. And that's what's keeping people away from the church. Jennifer, did you want to read that comment?
Yes, absolutely. Regina has said, right, respect the deceased or get the same treatment from others when your time comes.
Wow.
Oh boy.
I'm just happy that God does not treat us as our sins deserve.
Amen.
And I'm going to keep it right there.
But you know what? That's another thing that I can be grateful for. It's just the simple fact that we don't have to be in the church to feel God's love.
Thank you. I didn't find mine in the church. I know that for sure.
Yeah. And that's why I always say, I know plenty of gay people that know the Lord way more than anybody that's
way more
every single Sunday, because they had to find him himself because you kicked them out that church, or you made them feel horrible every time they
not welcome
or not welcome, and
exactly.
And made them decide to, you know what, I'm gonna be in my house, and when God found me, I found God. It is what it is. But they're able to.
Because he put me in a place where I had to call him before. Woo. Yes, I had to call him. Lord, there's no other help I know. Okay.
But you know what? The fact that he still answered, and those people in the church don't know that he's still answering to the people that are different from them.
True that.
In any kind of way. God bless all of us.
God bless all of us.
I just have the question.
Ask your question, brother. My husband.
Is the battle not against the Prince of Darkness anymore? Is it against our fellow men and women?
Child, yeah, we have to figure out who is here for the people and who is here to serve themselves.
That's true.
And a lot of times, those pastors or people that are up in higher things, and let me just make this clear, not every pastor is like that. You can see for yourself, because when you sit in front of those people, you can understand humbleness looks like. You know what that is.
Absolutely.
But sometimes it's these pastors, it's these prophets that feel like they got a word for you, where you have to discern whether or not it's truly from the Lord or not. It's these people that you don't know what they're trying to do. All you know is you feel like they have you on a hook and reel, and they're trying to reel you in. So
they will jack up your life too.
We have to just continue to talk to God and say, "Hey, Lord, is this person for me in my life?" If he gives you the no or tells you to walk away, just do so.
I think Regina might say her word right here. I think Regina said a mouthful right here.
Regina had said, if these pastors can get out of themselves and get into God, maybe the church could start seeing the great miracles again, and the world can stop living in the watered down, in this watered down faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said a mouthful right there, Regina.
And your miracle isn't a $10,000 Sunday.
Come on.
Ooh.
Right.
Because we ain't seen Benny Hinn wave around that jacket in a minute.
Oh,
your miracle.
I didn't believe it when he
honey.
did it.
Your miracle is not getting 1,000 subscribers in one day.
And the miracle water and stuff like that. Make me buy it one time and get the miracle at all.
Child.
You're not saving lives with 100,000 likes.
Mm-mm.
Right.
When you truly have a heart for God's people, it will come.
And it will show. People will be able to see
the evidence, the fruit. Yes. I'm sorry.
Right. So, anyways, last week we did report that Young Thug had been arrested. And so lately his lawyer made an emergency motion for a bond hearing, alleging that the conditions in the jail are inhumane and torturous.
Oh, really?
To me, this sounds like this sounds like a man who isn't used to being in jail, who isn't used to who isn't used to this thug life. I'm thinking, and he's now in jail.
What you preaching?
Yeah, like it seems like is he scared? Like what's going on? Can he not lead the life that he raps about?
Last time I checked, I didn't think jail was somewhere you go relax at a beach or something.
Okay.
It's supposed to be humane.
Well, I mean, if you sent folk after folk that was on the inside, and when you get on the inside, them folks send folk after you.
It's funny how that thing called karma gets you every time. This is why even when I'm mad at somebody, I still watch what I do, because you know what? God got them at the end of the day.
Eye for eye.
Yes. My mom said wrong was a wrong, or negative was a negative to me and positive. Even though they do that in math, though. In math, they do make a positive. But not
oh, she said times. You're right. It's times.
Multiplication. Not
Oh yeah. You're right. Well, I know. Well, I ain't gonna.
You're smart.
Right.
I knew that algebra,
Child.
I took all the calculated.
I still gotta count my moolah. That's all I know.
Trigonometry.
Right. So in other news, Cassie came out of the closet and performed at the Lovers and Friends Festival. Because she hasn't performed. Like, I think I've only seen her perform once before, and that was on 106 & Park. Yeah, perform.
I mean, just dance. Because she definitely performed.
I mean, do an appearance, I guess I should say. Doing an appearance where she had a microphone and she had backup dancers and a song was playing in the background.
I didn't see her. You're right. It's 106 & Park. It was the most lackluster performance I've ever seen in my life.
Right, because she actually sang live during that performance. But that was actually Me and You was actually the first song that I put on my MySpace page.
Really?
So that song, yes, it was the first song I put on my MySpace page. And I still remember that like it was yesterday. Because that song was hot. Like that song was everything. But
Burn was my first song.
but yeah, she performed Me and You. She also performed A Long Way to Go. That was another
I
song that
love
was
that
I
on
love,
her
I
song.
love
first
her
album.
with a little flip phone too. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
Well, you know,
on.
from the
anyway,
clips Mhm.
oh, go ahead, Mike.
I was like, from the clips I've seen, I didn't see Cassie. I guess somebody mentioned her. I want to put her in a clip, but I've seen like Ashanti, Usher, TLC there, Escape. This is like the concert I need to be at. Like this concert was, it was like very good.
Where was it?
Right,
Yes.
right. And
Lil
so
Kim
Where
and her body showed up too.
Where was it?
It was
um
attached, but it was Lil Kim was there.
Where?
I'm a leader.
yeah, when I saw her
Yeah.
in that hunch, I knew that had to be Lil Kim.
Okay. Is our microphones off? I'm trying to figure out where was the concert.
Oh, I
Where?
don't know.
Oh, where was the concert? In Florida.
Okay, thank you.
I was going like, where was Lil Kim? I'm like, at the show.
No.
Ain't nobody checking for looking.
Yes, we were.
My bad.
Ain't nobody
All
looking
right.
for killing me loud, dude.
So in other news, I believe 2 out of the 4 of us were wrong when it came to this Firefly on The Masked Singer, but it was revealed that the
3 out of
Firefly.
4.
No, we have evolved to all saying Tiana Taylor. This one,
But initially it was 3 out of 4 people wrong because I was the only one saying Tiana Taylor. Y'all all said Monica.
I know I was 100% on Monica, like all the way to the end. I did not
Show
think
was
it was
Tyrone.
Tiana Taylor at all for some reason,
No.
but
Tyrone.
it was the
Go back to the video.
It was the
I
first
said-
performance that we saw, and
You
she
said
did
Monica.
this little run that was kind of like Monica. Now the first bit that I heard from her in that performance, I said, "Oh yeah, that's Tiana Taylor." But she did this one run that sounded real 90s and real deep like Monica. I said, but all the other performances, I said, "Oh, that's Tiana."
See, I went back and watched the video, and I said right here on this platform because Monica can't get that low.
No, Monica.
And Tiana was hitting them low notes, and I was like, "That's Tiana." I ain't know she could sing like that.
I know she can sing like that.
I know she can sing, but I ain't know she can sing like that.
Tiana Taylor, Iman, whatever your last name is. I was the only one initially from the very beginning who had your back. I've been having your back since Sweet 16, girl. Okay.
Oh wow, wasn't that? She was just.
That was so long ago too.
When you had Google Me as your first single, Google Me, baby.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Go whatever. But look, I'm always here for her, especially with her choreography, her beautiful babies. Like,
oh my God,
right?
Cute,
her family is just so cute. It is so lovely, and it just makes me feel like Black love is possible. I pray that their union remains super duper strong.
Solid.
Just
a beautiful couple.
Great example of Black love. I love them.
Oh yeah, I would just love to see her do so much more with music because I believe she's a really good artist.
So
I want her. Talented.
Well, okay. What I want for her is to be independent, continue to stay independent, of course, but just put out music for herself rather than trying to impress other people or go for a movement. Because right now R&B ain't the hugest, and you're just not going to get that huge of an audience. It just is what it is. I just want her to create for the sake of creating, and continue to
want
beautiful babies.
A revive of the 90s music when the R&B took over everything.
Right, like for me, I'm thinking like, what would it take for R&B to get back to where it was? And I think like R&B has to be revolutionized. Like we need a like Timberland type producer or a Pharrell type producer to just change it up, to make it. Yeah.
Well, first of all, Regina said, "God fight my battles that I myself can't win, and I fight all those other ones I know I can win." Thanks, Regina. But
Ding ding.
I do agree. If she had a real cute, and make sure to add a sprinkle of Missy in there. If it was Missy and mostly
Right.
Timberland, if she had a cute little era like that, I think that will take her to another level.
Who?
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana.
I
But I think her album is very. I don't know. I just think that. I just think those. First of all, we have to have some real singers also. Like I'm tired of her. I don't want to sound like I'm hating. I'm tired of her, and I need somebody who can really go out there and sing and give me an extra run or two. Like, remember when Beyonce was Destiny Child? She was running too damn much. Break that shit. Too much.
Okay.
Just think
Like
about
them runs on the writings on the wall are
Oh
like,
my god, on my nerves.
Come
Okay.
on.
child.
Oh my lord.
I was just about to say Bugaboo. It's like that's one of those fast songs. Like, girl, how are you even taking time to do a run in this song? Period. It doesn't make
Right.
any sense. She was in. Cause you're a bugaboo.
Hey, ho, hey. I'm like, girl, shut up.
Beyonce, we get it. We get it, Beyonce. You can sing. You can do
Right.
runs. You don't have to do all the runs.
Somebody
Not
has to tell
all
her
of
not to do
them.
much because she don't do it no more like that. Like,
Yeah, she don't.
She do a cute good one and she won't do no more.
Okay, but she would
Well,
get
back
it throughout
then-
the whole song. My God, Beyonce,
Honey.
sit down.
Right.
That song up, okay?
Woo.
Said, you won't hear nothing but this back. You won't hear this backtrack. You hear me.
Okay. Shoot.
All
Yeah,
right. So
wait.
one
Okay,
of
I
the
got one more question. I'm sorry.
go ahead, Jennifer.
I got another example. Emotions. Did y'all think she did too much on emotions on that?
No.
Absolutely.
No, I think she did just right on emotions now.
Well, you know what? She does worse during the live performances. During the live performances
Oh, the live
of
performance.
Emotions, she goes
No, I
off
think
with
I
the
think
run.
because of the bugaboo and say my name, or she does run every 25 seconds. Emotions, she doesn't really do that as much on emotions to me.
Okay.
On emotions, but say my name, a live bugaboo, say my name, get on the bus. I'm like, girl.
Ooh, say my name.
But Get on the Bus is a straight up bop. I don't mind her runs on Get on the Bus as much.
Myself.
Call the cab. Oh, how about the song Killing Time? Remember that song, Killing Time Live?
Yeah.
At the end though, she killed it though. She killed it at the end though, but
She did.
Go ahead, Beyonce. Sing your song.
Okay.
Okay, Beyonce. We get it, sis. We
like
learned
her.
it.
Thank
You
the
make
Lord.
runs
for days.
We
Okay.
understand.
Thank the
got
Lord
all
she
the
cleaned
runs.
all that up. By the time she got to her first solo album, she had cleaned all that up.
Thank God
And-
he's not want to hear all that.
Right, exactly.
Girl.
Anyways, in other news, one of the officers that was involved with George Floyd's death, his name is Thomas Lane. He's pled guilty to second-degree manslaughter. So I don't know what's going on with the other two officers who are still yet to. I don't know if they're going to take a plea or take it to trial or whatever. But that was our last hot topic. Just with our last couple of minutes that we have, I guess we can do a review of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, let's do that. That'll be awesome.
I keep you on the edges of your seat.
Ciao. Okay, Drew. Okay.
But here's the thing about Drew is like I don't believe that is true. She doesn't keep me on the edge of my seat.
No.
You know what she does? She makes me want to choke her.
Oh,
Look,
Lord. Why you want to choke
no.
her, Jennifer?
I like Drew. I think Drew is definitely a different type of housewife who I feel like she kind of seeks attention a little bit.
That's a
But
problem. It's not attractive.
I respect Drew because she does bring her family issues to light on the show, even though it's embarrassing to her as hell. But she does bring it to the to the light. Drew, a new storyline. I think she has a storyline though.
Wait,
And when she,
I mean, besides
the
her
current
husband
one is
possibly
getting on my
cheating on her?
nerves.
I mean,
Does she have a
it is.
story? Does she have a storyline besides her husband possibly cheating on her? Does she have a storyline besides
What
that?
does Kenya have one
No.
besides getting a divorce the last 3 seasons?
No.
Well, I haven't seen the
Does
last three
Candy
seasons,
have
so I
one
really can't
other
answer
than
that.
buying another business?
No.
Okay. Does Marlo have? Well, Marlo has one. Does Sheree have one?
No.
I don't think
It'll
Sheree
be in
ever
the
had one.
house.
The house has been built, Tyrone. Come on.
Yeah, the house was
Ain't
actually
been built now.
done
Is
About
it
on
10
paid
her.
years.
for? I don't know,
The
but
house
Right.
it's been built less time than it was being built.
okay.
Right. I think it's been finished for less time than it actually took to build the whole darn thing.
But on the show, I think this episode was actually pretty good to me. I
Oh,
think
it was.
Kenya, yeah.
It was.
Now I don't know why Kenya wanted to bring the tea paper thing at the kid's birthday party. I think it was inappropriate.
Incredible.
But I mean, it made for good TV though, right?
It did. It
And I
certainly did.
lived for Marlo telling her, "Girl, go ahead with your baby girl and go." Like I live for.
I love her.
Don't
I
bring your
love
white
her.
friends here no more. You're good though, but don't bring your white friends in there.
I
That's what
like
he's
you,
saying.
You're cool. I like
You
you.
cool. But
Oh,
Sheree back as the
Marlo.
bone carrier. Sheree's the bone carrier this season, but she does it differently this time. She's bringing back truthful bones this time. Before she's bringing half the bone, and then other people's missing. But now she's bringing out real bones.
Agreed. Oh gosh, the Karen at the party was hilarious. It's a kids' party. It
Oh
is.
yes,
Scary.
this is embarrassing.
It
This is
is.
embarrassing.
Okay, we'll leave, sis.
Yes.
Jeez
Okay.
Louise.
But what do you think about when that girl said, "Is this the same person that was talking about your husband being gay and Drew turned up on her ass?"
But it's like she didn't even hear what the woman said, though. You know what I'm saying? Or she decided to ignore the gay part. Like I'm trying to figure out what that really was. Like why
I
was she so
think when you heard when she just heard gay and then Ralph named in the same sentence, I think you just kind of like turned up. And I don't blame Drew for doing so. I would have been pissed off too because that's something you should have came up to me off camera. I think, but you're not even a housewife or on the show.
But my thing is this: if you know for sure that you have a husband that's not homosexual, why is that making you so upset?
Well, if everybody knows you're not homosexual, why wouldn't I get upset?
What do you
Well,
mean?
I mean,
You're putting me about my man.
Like if somebody would come to me and say that Tyrone's gay, I'd be like,
Okay, but you're not on national TV where millions of people can have the opinion also.
exactly. Like I would understand someone being upset if I'm in a room with a camera in my face and you saying that my man is straight.
right?
Excuse me?
You're right.
This thing? Yeah, I would be upset. Okay.
Okay.
I would be
watch
upset.
your fucking mouth. That's what I would say. First of all, watch your mouth. Okay, but if I say that off camera because you're not on the show. Who are you again? I would turn up on her.
Right.
Right now, you take your 15 minutes of fame.
What comes to my mind
Jonathan did right.
Right. Thank you. So like just like I think it was the 4th season of Married to Medicine when Mariah said she had receipts on Heavenly's husband cheating on her. Like I don't think Damon ever cheated on Heavenly, and for you to say that on TV,
yes,
girl, no. I understand we on TV, and I understand we all trying to keep our place on this show, but for you to just bring something out the woodwork on my husband, which everyone knows Damon, so they know that Damon will probably never cheat on Heavenly, but to say that on national TV, like no.
Yeah, I would be pissed off. I think Jennifer, you would be pissed off too. You know that. I think if you would have did one season, maybe not the first season, but after you see how people come for your ass and you don't even know them, then you will feel something.
And they don't even know me.
Right.
People
like
believe everything they hear.
That's making me angry.
Like the simple fact that a camera is in the room, that's what takes it up to the
next
like
level.
No, you shouldn't have done that launch.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. But Regina said, "Who wrote that note about Candy?"
You know what? I think somebody who was even on the show wrote that note about Candy. And if Candy was on the show, she does the after show, and she said she stirred that pot around and everything before she put that note up, and say note that somebody wrote by her. Candy sucks In the locker room?
A locker room.
A locker room.
Now,
That don't make no
Sheree and
sense.
Rondo Shade was amazing, okay?
It was because you. Mm.
Well, Candy, if you wasn't so sexual, which I mean, I'm not mad at you because I feel like I'm the same way too. I'm very open about my life in all aspects.
Yeah.
But you know, I wouldn't be. If I now that part, I wouldn't be offended if it was about me. Like I'm like, no, I didn't. I know
I would. I
not do
do.
that. As much as I talk about sex, y'all would have known if I did that.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Right.
y'all tried.
The
But,
people just putting things out there, just be putting things out there.
yeah.
But yeah,
All
the
right.
show is all right. I hope we delve into more stuff. I'm
I
not
think
sure
we
if that
are.
I'm not sure if that New York condo is going to be enough for me. So we'll see. We'll see how that episode
Well,
turns out.
Yeah, only time will tell. But anyways, we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Make sure you come back next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Make sure again, you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click the thumbs up button. Be sure to leave a comment and press the notification bell. Mike, let everyone know how they can reach you on social media.
Yes, you guys can reach me at Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. And again, I am single and ready to mingle.
Mango.
So please hit me up. And that's it.
Jennifer, Tyrone.
Hey, we need to update that. Follow me. I am at the Light of the Leo. I changed it now. It's the Light of the Leo. So I can, be seen as the Light of the Leo. And that is at Instagram as well as TikTok, the Light of the Leo, and of course also on YouTube. We're actually getting that together very, very soon.
Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can call me Mr. TD McCollum. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And on your favorite streaming platforms for music, auditorial pleasures. The song is Groove With Me. It is the smooth jazz saxophonist that I am, combined with the pleasant yet soulful and vibrant go-go beat, similar to Chuck Brown of old school. A little bit of a EU doing the butt out there.
Doing the butt. Hey.
So go check it out. It's on iTunes. It's on Apple Music. It's on Amazon. It's on Tidal. It's on Spotify.
Ooh,
Look me up.
everywhere,
TD McCollum. Right there.
Yes. And also, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_3020. My TikTok is jojo_3020_. You can find me on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. Just type that into the search bar. My page will pop up. You can reach me by email as well, williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. I am single as well. Take that what you will with it. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining us again. We will see you next week at 9:30. Until then, we are going to say bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye, y'all. Bye, Regina. Thanks for joining us.
Say bye, Stevie.
She loves your puppy.
Bye, Stevie.
Bye,
Hey,
Stevie.
bye.
Oh, he's waving. Ain't that cute?
Bye.
They can't see you.